step out and do something. But mistake rituals, that's one example in this book. And there's a whole bunch of them in here to deal with this section that can help you in many ways. Okay, so we're good with that. Our first principle. Geometry of mastery. E is for? E is for? Effort. Good. Okay, L is for? Learning. Good. Thank you. M is for? Mistakes are? Okay, good. Right. All right. You have a car. Which one do you want to drive? Okay. All right. This is to see if you're still with me here. All right. You're good. All right. At least 75% of you got that right. That's good. All right. Why? Here we go. Let's see if we get the other 25% involved. Why? $4.25 gas prices. Can't afford that. Excluding gas prices right now. All right. All right. Empty tank. Not going far. Full tank. You go a long way. We like to think that people have a tank, an emotional tank, okay? An energy supply. If you've been around somebody that has high energy, a coach that brings a lot to practice every day, a lot to games, okay? Can you feel that? Are you around people at work? I had a coach that I worked with, a guy from England, and they call them day brighters. You'd be around somebody, and just by being around them, the person you want to sit next to at lunch is people that have high energy, that bring that to you. So our players have this emotional tank too. What time do you practice? After school? 4 o'clock.
5 in the morning and the night before.
2 a day, huh?
3 a day, or just run straight all the way through, right? Okay, so you practice at 4. What has happened? What has gone on in the day for your players?
School.
Leading up to that practice. School. Homework, maybe a little bit. Maybe getting up early. What else?
Chores at home.
Chores at home, perhaps. Has everybody eaten well? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe if you have older players, particularly Tess, girlfriend, could be a million things that can go on. Problems with parents, anything could be happening. So you don't know when kids come. They're not all like raring to go. Some days they are, and it's a great day, isn't it? When everybody's ready and they're excited to be there. And some days maybe there's problems with some days you have the days of what happened to all of us. And you need to be able to read that as a coach. The person I think is maybe the best at filling emotional tanks, Jim Harbaugh. When I was at Stanford, he was down the hall. And you could hear him, you could see him, he's around, he's energetic, he's patting people on the back, goes out to practice, he's talking with the players, and it rubs off on everyone. Now, a lot of people will say, well, he does this well, he does that well. But I think, in my mind, the thing that he brings more than anything else is he brings energy on. And I think if you look at yourselves, now, not all of us are, come to work and go to practice wired like that. I don't know too many people that are wired like that all the time. But we have a big impact on how our players feel, okay? How they approach the day. Okay, you're filling emotional tanks, so you know you have that possibility every day. So what happens when emotional tanks are low? When energy level is down? Your players tend to be pessimistic. This is true with everyone, not just players. They're pessimistic, they give up more easily, and certainly for players, they're less coachable. On the opposite side, when the tanks are full, they're optimistic, they deal with adversity better, and they're more coachable. Make sense? Okay, so we know where we want to be. All right. So what drains the tank and what fills the tank? Right,
Negativity.
What is it?
Negativity and positivity.
Negativity and positivity. Okay, good. What things, give me some examples. I bet I'll tell you what. Let's do this. All right. Before we get to the specifics, I'm one of your players. I'm up at bat. Okay? You're the coach in the dugout. All of you. Okay? Okay? and I'm hitting against a pitcher who's got some stuff. I'm a little bit nervous about this. Okay? And maybe a little bit afraid his pitch went a little wild. Okay? Maybe I haven't played a whole lot. Okay? First swing, and I get scared, I back out. It's a strike right down the middle. Okay? All right. I look over at you. Give me something that's going to drain the tank. It's not what's going to... Oh, let's start with words. We'll get to that later. Speak something that's going to maybe drain the tank.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Good.
You can't hit the ball if you don't swing at it.
Can't hit the ball if you don't swing at it. Particularly the way you say it. You can play act a little bit here. Okay? What else? You guys, come on. I hear you say you know something. What? Something's not saying?
No.
We have to beep out parts of this? What?
Come on, Don, I know you've heard some things.
You heard it? All right. All right, well, we get the idea. Okay. Now just without words. Just here I go. I look over at you. Okay. Slam your hat on the ground in the dugout. What else?
Kicking the helmet or something.
Kicking a helmet's a good one.
Shaking your head.
Just shaking your head.
Breaking your clipboard
Cussing.
on the pole.
Clipboard cussing. Yeah, well, that's just speaking, but...
No.
All right, so there's a lot of ways that we can get something negative out if we can drain tank. All right? All right, let's try the same thing, okay?
Now you're ready. Now you're ready.
Now you ready? Okay?
It only hurt for a little bit.
Okay, keep that in mind. What else?
Stick in there. Just
Stick
like
in-
practice.
Just like practice. I like that one in particular. Maybe even more specific. Give me something a little more specific than that. Just like practice what?
Get a hit just like practice. Or
Get a hit.
Make contact just like practice.
Yeah, they're trying to make contact, okay? Yeah, good, good. All right, what about positives without speaking? Non-verbals.
Clap.
Clap.
Yeah.
What else?
Shake your head.
Okay.
Smile.
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 Just by looking relaxed in there and confident, that can make a big difference. So there's a lot of ways that we can help somebody feel more positive and fill their tank. All right. Here's our list. Tank drainers, criticism and correction. What do you think about that? Isn't your job to correct and improve?
The way you go about it. The way you go about it, exactly.
Okay. But just know that when you correct somebody, even if it's meant in the best way, a lot of times players take that, you know, like I did something wrong, and that can drain the tank.
Especially this day and age, we're so coddled.
And you know what? There is some truth to that. I don't want to say that it's everybody and it's all ways, but I think people are more aware of criticism, maybe less likely to take it positively to start with. So you're right, you have to be aware of that maybe that's a little bit different. Sarcasm. Give me an example of a sarcastic comment. Here, I just struck out.
That's it.
That's it. Sarcasm. Anything else?
Okay,
Good or
so
bad?
what was Kevin say? What was Kevin say?
Oh, I don't remember what he said.
My son, who happens to coach the team that he's on, is known for being very sarcastic.
Okay, so with us in here, we can joke around, right? We can say, we can sometimes use sarcasm. But a lot of times, most times, kids don't get it.
They're taking it the wrong way.
Or they'll take it the wrong way. So you have to be very careful when you use sarcasm. And a lot of times in sports, we do it joking between each other. Yes, Melody?
One reason why kids that normally can take sarcasm, because in my family, being a, excuse me guys, being a smart ass is a way of life. But one time that they can't is that they're already so mad at themselves for either striking out, or not catching the ball, or not stopping the ball, whatever they perceive that they did horribly wrong, they can't hear you making a light joke. If they're going to take it, if you're doing that light sarcasm thing, thinking that's a joke, they're already so angry at themselves that they're not going to hear it. That's just a kid thing.
Right.
So
We have to be
beware of that.